Hello, ENAGIC distributor. There's been one thing that has made a huge difference in my business, and that's been the ability for me to get my customers and distributors financed. I figure in the 10 years I've been involved, 50% of my direct sales have required some sort of financing, whether that's accessing personal savings or credit they have, using other people's money, third-party financing options, or even the ENAGIC in-house program. That has been a huge difference towards me in my business of achieving success and getting many of my business partners started. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about all three of those options and show you exactly what I recommend to my team and how you as the new person can have the right detective work in order to help your brand new customer distributor get started. So let's head on over and show you what it's all about. If you'd like access to the PDF that I'm going to use inside of this video, then go over to my website and sign up for the newsletter. You'll have access to go to my free PDF downloads, and inside there you'll see the one that's called Kangen Water Global Financing Options. That's the one you want to access. Before we get started, if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Kreel Hutchinson. If you're looking to maximize your ENAGIC Kangen Water experience, then I suggest subscribe to the channel. You're in the right place. Every week I make a brand new video to help you achieve that goal. Or if you're taking a look at what the home business industry has to offer and you're looking for some tips, tricks, and insights of how you can grow your business from home, you're also in the right place. I highly recommend you subscribe to my newsletter that can be found on my website, KreelHutchinson.com. You can stay up to date with me and get all of my tips and tricks as I release them. So, without further ado, let's talk about the number one thing that has made such a huge difference in my business. It is the ENAGIC financing options, and I'm going to show you exactly what I show my team. Okay, let's have a little conversation around how financing works. In general, you're looking for a person to have around 650 and above when it comes to their financing score. 700 and above is ideal. Under 650, we may be able to help them. Under 600, unlikely. Now remember, it is your job to become a detective. The credit score is only one attribute that is used towards getting people approved. You also want to find out, do they have existing credit cards? Are they paying those off? Have they financed anything recently? Are they financing anything in general? Maybe they've got a car payment, maybe they've got a stereo payment, maybe they've got something else out there that they're currently paying off. What's really important to understand is the income to debt ratio is a very important attribute that the financing companies will look at. So if a person's making great money, they've got great credit, but they've really maxed out their credit line, such as maybe they're making $10,000 a month. Maybe they have a credit score of 730, but they're financing stuff of $7,000 a month. So they're at 70% debt to income ratio. That is not going to be approved. We need to bring that way down. Ideally, it's about 25%. Definitely has to be under 50%, or else that's going to be a flag for lenders. So it's your job to ask all of these questions. In general, there are three financing options. Number one, personal financing. This is where I'm going to ask the person, do they have an existing credit card? What is the interest of that? Do they have a good relationship with their bank? Maybe they've got a line of credit that they can use. Maybe their wife or significant other person in a relationship, maybe they've got a credit card. Maybe they have access to a line of credit. I want to explore these ideas first because honestly, generally people are going to have the best interest rate with pre-existing relationships that they have with their bank, right? Or they could go in and ask for a home improvement loan, which will be at a lower rate. All of these things are really good to have a conversation around. Obviously, for a brand new person, this is going to be new territory for you. So this is really great idea to book a three-way call with your sponsor or your leader so they can do this discovery process. We want to pre-qualify people before we send them out to do more work in order to get a system. It really sucks when you just give somebody a link to a credit card and say, hey, apply here, and they get denied. You're doing no one a favor. It's going to hurt their credit. So we want to make sure they get pre-approved through our qualification process. If I feel like we've explored everything and they're not able to pull it off themselves, then I go to option two, which I like to call other people's money. So this means third-party vendors. A lot of the time this will be applying for new credit cards. This will be applying for potential loans with other companies that aren't credit card companies, but they give out private or business loans. In Canada, we're fortunate. We have Medicard.com. This is a private company that finances medical equipment for Canadians. You just go to the website, very simple, apply now, follow out the application. I've given you some tips inside the downloadable document how to do that, but this is a wonderful site to also access. In general, people will finance it over 5 or 6 years, which ends up being $100 for the SD501, $120 to $125 for the K8, or you can do the trifecta for about $250, $275. That's zero down, paying that over 5 or 6 months. The strength of your credit score will determine the interest rate. I've seen anywhere from 8.99 all the way to 22.99. Please note, you can ask them what their best rate is and negotiate a little bit with them. This can all happen in a few days. They do a great service. I've used them a lot. And these are some of the questions. You'll find this form on my website, KreelHutchinson.com. Sign up for the newsletter and you'll have access to the downloaded form. In Australia, we have the Sky Finance. That will be on the ENAGIC Australia office. I've got a link here to the paperwork. This is excellent for building a business in Australia. So if you head over to the ENAGIC Australia site, for the paperwork, you actually get access to the Sky Financing, how to download it, how to do the application. This is all found on their main website. Let's say you want to take people into getting them into some of these credit cards, right? If they don't know what their credit score is, they can go to online creditcards.com or creditscorecard.com, log in and do it that way. Here are some cards that I have used in the past and recommended. Make sure that the pre-qualification is good before you start sending people to these places. Capital One, Chase Freedom, both of these offer a 0% interest rate for 12 or 15 months. So that's really quite appealing for a brand new person who's starting a business especially. Or somebody could start with these credit cards and then move over after this 12 to 15 months when the interest rate is going to jump up. They could move it on to an existing card or pay it all off. Please note that this does require a higher credit score in order to be approved for these. So usually 700 and above with really good income. There's the Discovery Card, Blue Cash, Co-America, underwriting. I got a bunch of cool things that you can check out here. In Washington, Oregon, and Idaho, on-spot financing through the Amanda Bobbitt site is also really great. Check that out. And Marcus.com, I've had some success there. $650 and above with a monthly interest rate, which is lower than your regular credit cards. This is really more like a business loan startup. So these are some options for using other people's money. If it turns out through the detective work, the person doesn't have a good credit score, doesn't have the right income to debt ratio, doesn't have proof of income, and they're just unlikely to get approved with personal financing or other people's money, then I'm going to bring up the ENAGIC in-house financing. Notice I leave this to the end. Honestly, this has been a wonderful program for me. I know some leaders don't promote it to their groups, and I understand why. Because you don't get paid until it gets paid off. And it's no point building an entire business when you're not getting paid for 16, 20, 24 months. And that's what happens with the ENAGIC program. But it's a great way to get people started, because it's no credit check, people are pre-approved for 75% of the system, and they can finance it from 3 all the way up to 24 months. And it usually costs only $10 a month to finance. If you looked at this as an interest rate, you're kind of looking at about 2.5% to 3% interest, which is fantastic. You need to understand, there's going to be a percentage of people, anywhere from 10 to 20%, that never follow through to make the payments. This is very unfortunate, and ENAGIC's going to reach out to them. Some of them will go to creditors and get looked after, but that's the reality of doing this. So 10 to 20% of the time, you may not get paid by ENAGIC for promoting the ENAGIC payment system. That's why it's really important to also pre-qualify people, and you have to have a level of trust that your client is going to be good to follow through on this. Now, this is how I got started, and I was super blessed by the company. There's a bunch of different options that I'll show you right here. To access the ENAGIC in-house financing program, also sometimes called the E program, you go to enagic.com, you enter in through the EWS login. Once you're on the inside, over on the side here, you'll see in the distributor area, all the ENAGIC forms, which are really important to know. This is for all the information that you'll know throughout all countries that we do business. And then you can go down to the tax calculator. Make sure you're either on the US or Canadian side. You can then enter in the address of your client. You pick how many months they want to finance it for, and you'll have the exact amount. You have to pay all the taxes up front. There'll be a down payment, there'll be the shipping. That will be the full down payment that your customer will owe. And then they have the option to pay it off in 3, 6, 10, 18, 20, 24 months. And you're only charged $10 for every month you want to finance. Most people will pick the 24 months, which will add an extra $240 into the down payment. Please use the tax calculator. This is the most effective way to give accurate quotes to your customers. I got one other very special financing option, but it's only available to people on my team. So if you're on my team, this option is for you. If you're not, I'm sorry, I can only do so much. In the United States, I have a special financing person. Her name is Annie. Now, Annie is fantastic. We do a pre-application process with you and your customer. Annie checks it out, then she jumps on a phone call with you guys. She goes through a small interview, basically doing all the heavy work for you. She does the pre-qualification process. If it feels like there's gonna be a good fit for getting your person approved, then she puts that application in front of her 40 lenders that she has built a relationship with. She's very experienced with ENAGIC. She does a lot of business with us. She knows exactly what to do with the product and what people are looking for. The client is going to end up receiving several offers. So they'll have an opportunity to check out the offers before they decide which one to go through with. Now, I've seen everything from really great offers that are low interest rate to really high offers that I wouldn't even recommend to people. But this all happens without the client actually having any points taken off their credit score. Once they find an offer that they like, they tell Annie, hey, this works for me, let's do it. Annie then pulls the credit report to confirm the information she's already collected. So pretty much we know 95% of the time you're going to be approved for exactly the offer that you said yes to, and then we move forward. All of that can happen in about 48 to 72 hours. It's really incredible. If you are on my team and you want more information about that, reach out to me. So ENAGIC Distributor, there you have it. I understand that in the UK, in India, in different places around the world, you're going to have to explore what financing options you have there. How do your local credit cards and banking systems work? That's the information you're going to have to share with your new customer. Please note with the ENAGIC in-house financing, this is only available in countries where the office exists. So let's say you've got someone who wants to purchase from Nigeria. They would be purchasing through the French office. They would not be eligible for the in-house financing. They would have to be in France in order to be eligible for the ENAGIC in-house financing available through that local office. We have this all through the EU, Australia, Canada, places. We've got 40 offices in 24 different countries around the world. That's where the in-house financing will be available. Outside of those regions, you're going to have to get creative. Other people's money or exploring the personal financing options for your clients. Okay, ENAGIC Distributor, I hope this has been helpful. I hope you've gotten some good insights and you feel a little bit more confident in being able to help your client get started. If you like the content, subscribe to the channel, hit the like, leave a comment, you know what to do. It's been my pleasure to share a little bit more information with you on your journey of becoming a rock star with ENAGIC. It really is a great company, great business, and I hope you're having lots of fun and support just as much as I am. Wishing you the greatest health, wealth, and lifestyle freedom. God bless. Thanks for watching. My name is Kreel Hutchinson. I help entrepreneurs create success faster. If you like this content, then you're going to love these 2 videos I picked out for you. To find out how you can create more health, wealth, and lifestyle freedom, subscribe to the channel and visit my website, kreelhutchinson.com, to learn more.